Dana dear, will you and Mike be joining us for the family reunion this weekend?
Hi, Harriet. I was just about to text you. I'll be there, but Mike won't be able to make it this time.
Oh, why not? It's the family reunion. Surely he can make time for that.
I know. He really wanted to go, but his company is in the middle of a massive expansion. He's practically living at the office these days.
That's a shame. It's been months since the family's seen him.
Trust me, I'd love to see him take a break too, but things are just too hectic. It's a big step forward for the company, though.
I suppose if it's for business, I'll try to understand.
Thanks, Harriet. I'm sure he'll make it up to everyone soon. In the meantime, I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone again. Oh, and how's everything going with the supermarket chain? I heard from Mike that your husband's been doing really well lately.
Business is booming, as always. We've opened 3 new stores just this quarter.
That's amazing. Seriously, I'm so happy for you all. I'd love to hear more at the reunion.
Wait, you're coming? Alone?
Yes, that was the plan. I already cleared the weekend and everything.
Oh, well, you really don't need to go through all the trouble.
It's not trouble at all. I actually enjoy catching up with everyone. It's been a while.
Well, I'm just not sure it would be appropriate.
Appropriate? What do you mean?
Look, Dana, I didn't want to say anything, but maybe it's better if you sit this one out.
Wait, what? Are you saying you don't want me there?
I just think it's for the best. This is a family gathering and, well, our family has a certain standard.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. I am part of the family. What does that have to do with anything?
Your background, Dana. I'm talking about your family. They're farmers.
And? What's wrong with that? My parents work incredibly hard and always have.
It's not personal, dear, but our family, we're entrepreneurs, business leaders. Your people, they work in dirt. There's a difference.
Wow, I'm actually stunned you're saying this right now. I had no idea you felt that way.
I had to hold my tongue all this time, for Mike's sake, but now that he's not attending, I don't see the need to pretend.
Pretend? So all those polite smiles and kind words, fake?
Let's not dramatize this. I simply don't think someone with your background fits in.
You really believe that people are defined by how they earn their living? That farmers aren't worth your time?
You asked, so I'm being honest. You come from a world of uneducated hicks. That's just not who we are.
My parents run a farm that's been in our family for generations. They work sunrise to sunset to feed hundreds of families. That's something to be proud of.
Perhaps in your world, but in ours, it's frankly embarrassing.
And yet, you've smiled to my face for years, called me dear, invited me to dinner.
As I said, I did it for Mike. Now I don't need to.
You know, I always hoped we could become close, and we could get past whatever awkwardness you felt.
Some gaps are too wide, Dana. You're not one of us. You never will be.
I married your son. That makes me part of the family, whether you accept it or not.
You should be grateful I even acknowledge you. Most women in my position wouldn't.
I was grateful until 5 minutes ago. Now I just feel sorry for you.
Excuse me?
You're clinging to this idea that wealth makes you better than other people, but it doesn't. It just makes you arrogant and shallow.
Watch your tone, Dana.
No, not anymore. I've been respectful and polite for years, but I'm not going to let you insult my family just because you think you're better.
If you don't like what I have to say, perhaps you shouldn't speak to me at all.
Believe me, I'm reconsidering it.
Then maybe it's best we leave things here. I don't want a scene at the reunion.
There won't be, because I wouldn't show up where I'm not wanted. But don't think for a second this is over. Mike deserves to know how you really treat me.
Do what you will. He'll take my side. He always does.
We'll see about that. Goodbye, Harriet.
Hey, everything okay?
Hey, sorry to bother you at work.
You're not bothering me, just knee-deep in emails. What's going on?
It's about the family reunion. I wanted to let you know I talked to your mom.
Oh, did she say something?
Yeah, I told her you couldn't make it. I explained you've been practically living at the office with this whole expansion.
Right. I hate missing it, but this launch is huge. I don't even remember what a proper night's sleep feels like.
I know. I can't wait for you to get a break. Anyway, she was a little disappointed at first, but she understood.
That's good. So, what are you thinking? Are you still planning on going without me?
I was going to, but then she told me not to come.
What? Wait, she told you not to come? Why? Did you two get into an argument?
No, we didn't fight. She just said she didn't think I should be there.
What the hell? That doesn't sound like Mom at all. What happened?
She said I wouldn't fit in with the rest of the family, that I come from a different world.
What? Since when does she care about that kind of thing?
Well, ever since your dad's supermarket chain took off last year, she's been acting a little differently.
You mean this has been going on for a year?
Not this blatant, but she's been colder. Like, she's just barely tolerating me whenever you're around. I didn't want to make a big deal of it.
I had no idea. I'm sorry. My dad pulled that business out of bankruptcy. I guess the success is starting to go to her head.
I don't blame your dad. He worked so hard for it. I'm happy for them, but I was surprised when she said I wasn't welcome.
That's honestly embarrassing. I can't believe she said that to you. You don't have to go if you don't want to. Seriously.
I still want to. I know it sounds weird, but I don't want to give up on her just yet. Maybe she'll come around one day.
Dana, you're the kindest person I know, but she doesn't deserve your patience.
Maybe, but you do, and your family's important to you. If I stopped trying, it would hurt you too.
It'd hurt me more if she kept treating you like this. You're my wife. She needs to respect you.
I know, and I want that too, but I also know that sometimes change takes time. Maybe seeing me there, even when you're not, will get through to her a little.
You really want to do this, even after what she said?
I do, and anyway, my parents' place is just 10 minutes from your family's. I'll visit them too while I'm up there.
Just promise me you won't stay too long. If Mom gets her way, she might try to trap you there with tea and passive-aggressive comments for hours.
I won't let it get that far. I'll be in and out, just want to show my face, chat with the cousins, hug a few aunts.
Okay, but if she says anything out of line again, you text me. I don't care if I'm mid-presentation, I'll answer.
I know you will. You always do, but I'll be fine, really.
You're too good for her, you know that?
You're sweet, but don't worry, I can handle myself.
I never doubted that. You're the strongest woman I know and an amazing businesswoman, too. Don't let anyone, not even my mom, make you feel less than that.
Thanks, Mike. That means a lot, really. And don't worry, I won't be gone long. I'll be back before you even realize I left.
Promise?
Promise.
Dana, can we talk about this later? I'm very busy making sure dinner goes smoothly.
That's exactly why I'm texting. It's about dinner.
Oh, what about it?
The caterer only brought 15 meals. There are 16 of us here, right?
Yes, and?
So why is there not enough food?
I would think the answer is obvious.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Could you explain?
Dana, honestly, it's simple. There are 16 people here, but only 15 worth serving.
What?
You heard me. Someone doesn't quite belong at our table.
You're not seriously saying what I think you are.
A filthy peasant farmer like you has no place at a table meant for successful entrepreneurs.
Harriet, are you kidding me right now?
I thought you'd figured it out sooner. Honestly, I didn't expect you to be this slow.
You really excluded me from dinner because I'm a farmer?
It's not just because you're a farmer. It's because that's all you are. A low-class laborer from a dirt field.
That's the most ridiculous, backwards thing I've ever heard.
Really? Then explain why the rest of us are running companies and you're playing in the mud.
Playing in the mud? My family runs a full-scale operation. We supply to 3 counties and manage over 50 employees.
A glorified garden doesn't impress me, dear.
We grow the food your husband's stores sell. Without farmers, you'd have nothing to stock.
And without supermarkets, farmers would have no one to sell to. We give your kind a purpose.
Do you really think that farmers only exist to help supermarkets make money?
That's not just what I think. It's the truth. The market drives everything. We're the top of the chain. You're the bottom.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Do you even realize how offensive that is?
Oh, please. I'm just being honest. I've always believed this.
Then why did you never say anything before?
Because Mike was around. I had to bite my tongue and pretend to approve.
So you've been faking it this whole time?
Of course, I didn't want to upset my son, but that doesn't mean I accepted you.
I've tried for years to be part of this family. I've done everything I can to be kind and respectful.
You should be grateful I've even tolerated you this long.
Grateful? For what? For being treated like dirt behind my back?
Watch your tone, Dana. This isn't your farm. You don't get to act like you belong here.
I belong here as much as anyone else. Mike and I are married. We built a life together, and I will be at this dinner.
You can sit on the porch and eat the leftovers. That's more fitting for your kind.
You really think you're better than me because your husband runs a chain of grocery stores?
I know I am, and don't pretend it isn't obvious to everyone else, too.
It's sad, really, how little you understand about where your success comes from.
Don't try to lecture me. This is how the world works. Some people grow things, others profit from it. Guess which one I am.
No wonder Mike never talks about his upbringing. This arrogance, it's toxic.
I tried to stop him from marrying you. I told him it would be a mistake.
Well, it's a little too late for objections now. We've been married for years, Harriet.
Circumstances have changed. Things are different now.
Different how? We're the same people we've always been.
No, you're the same. He's the one who's changed. He's poised to inherit a multi-million-dollar empire.
And that somehow makes me unworthy?
It means he needs a wife who matches that world. Someone polished, sophisticated, not someone who smells like a chicken coop.
Wow, you really think farming is that low?
It's not low, it's just basic, simple. It's work for people who couldn't handle more.
You think because they work the land they're not intelligent? They run businesses, Harriet. They have to manage crops, equipment, budgets.
Managing dirt and vegetables isn't the same as managing a real business. Supermarkets are the future. Farmers are just the backdrop.
Without farmers, your precious supermarkets would have nothing to sell. Where do you think your organic kale comes from?
Oh, please. The store shelves don't say grown by Dana. They say Keller's Market. That's what matters. Branding. Scale.
That's so backwards. You're literally profiting off the hard work of people you clearly have no respect for.
We elevate it. We package it. We make it presentable. Farmers just dig in the mud. We give it value.
No, you give it a price tag. The value comes from the effort, the sweat, the people behind it.
And those people should stay behind it, not marry into a family like ours. You don't belong at the table.
I can't believe this is how you really see me after all this time.
I had to put on a show, didn't I? As long as Mike was watching, I smiled, but I never approved of this marriage.
And yet, you let me believe I was part of the family.
Because I didn't have a choice. But now Mike's future matters more than your feelings.
This whole dinner stunt, not ordering food for me, that was just plain unnecessarily cruel, Harriet.
Oh, please, why waste a meal on someone who shouldn't be here in the first place?
You think being cruel makes you look powerful? It just makes you look small.
And you think being dramatic will make Mike take your side? He's not here, dear. It's just us.
Then I'm done. I'm not staying another minute. I'm calling my dad to come pick me up.
What's he going to do? Roll in on a tractor and honk the horn? Maybe bring a bucket of turnips for the road?
You know, the more you talk, the more proud I am of where I come from.
Pride's nice, but it won't get you into a country club or a boardroom.
I don't need either. I have self-respect, and I don't stay where I'm not wanted.
Well then, don't let the barn door hit you on the way out.
You may not respect me, but at least I can look in the mirror and be proud of who I am.
As long as you leave, I don't care what you see in that mirror. Just be gone before dessert. What? What on earth is that?
That's my ride.
A limousine? Don't be ridiculous. That can't be for you.
It is. I called my father to pick me up.
A limousine? Your farmer father drives a limousine now?
Well, technically, he hired it. He didn't want me waiting around after what happened.
That makes no sense. Farmers don't have that kind of money.
We didn't used to. Things have changed.
Changed? How? What are you even talking about?
A few years ago, my parents developed a new variety of apple that's resistant to late frost.
Apples?
Yes, the frost used to ruin whole crops, but this new variety changed everything. We had record harvests and buyers lined up.
Are you saying apples made your family rich?
It wasn't just the apples. They invested in better equipment, expanded the orchards, and even opened a processing facility.
No, that's absurd. This is some kind of joke.
It's not a joke. Their success grew fast. Now they have distribution contracts all over the region.
Farmers don't live like this. They don't drive limos and expand empires. That's not how this works.
We lived in a rundown old farmhouse for years. No heating, cracked windows, broken fences. I remember it all.
Oh, please.
But now they've rebuilt. They have a new home, a proper staff, the works. It's been amazing to see it happen.
A staff? You expect me to believe your little farm has staff?
They hired help for the packing house, the orchard, and the logistics side. It's a real operation now.
This is outrageous. And what, they're just handing you rides in limousines now?
No, I asked for a ride, and I thought I deserved a little comfort after tonight.
I can't believe this. I thought you were poor.
We were, but we never stopped working hard, and it paid off.
Don't you dare stand there and act like some self-made princess.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what happened.
You farmers act like you're so noble, like you earn your success in ways the rest of us never could.
I don't think that, but I do think you underestimate us.
This is unbelievable. I cannot wrap my head around any of this.
I didn't expect you to. You've made it clear what you think about people like me.
And now you want me to believe your parents are some kind of agricultural royalty?
I never said royalty, just successful. There's a difference.
You know what? Fine. I believe every word. Your parents are millionaires now, kings and queens of the Apple Empire.
I couldn't help but notice a hint of sarcasm in there.
Sarcastic? Me? Perish the thought. Tell your fabulously wealthy parents I said hello and thank them for blessing me with the company of their wonderful daughter.
I'll pass along your well wishes. Goodbye, Harriet.
Mike, we need to talk, and it's urgent. Reply to me, now.
Is this about me not coming to the reunion again? Because I really don't have time for another guilt trip.
No, this is far more important than that. You need to divorce Dana, immediately.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Divorce that girl. It's for your own good.
You're not serious right now. We've had a rough patch, sure, but couples fight. We work through it like adults.
You don't understand, Mike. She left the reunion in a limousine.
Okay.
She claimed her father hired it. Her farmer father.
Right, and?
And she had the audacity to say her family developed a new kind of frost-resistant apple.
Uh-huh.
And that now they're wealthy, that they live in a mansion, that they drive luxury cars.
So what if they do?
So what? She's lying, Mike. It's completely obvious.
You don't know that, and even if it were true, why would that be a problem?
Because it means she's either a compulsive liar or completely insane.
Or, and here's a wild idea, she's telling the truth and you just don't like it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. That girl is a peasant. Always has been.
Please don't start with this again. I really don't have time. I'm working late tonight.
This is more important than work, Michael. You need to get out of that marriage before it's too late.
Too late for what, Mom? Being happily married to someone I love?
She's been feeding you lies from the beginning. I should have put a stop to it ages ago.
What exactly do you think she's lying about? Apples? Money? A car?
All of it! No farmer becomes a millionaire growing apples, Mike. This isn't a fairy tale.
Honestly, Mom, Google her family name and apple. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why?
Just do it. You'll find all the answers you need.
This is absurd. I'm not wasting my time Googling farm gossip.
Then stop wasting mine! I told you I'm working. I can't deal with this right now.
Fine, I'll look it up. But when I find nothing, I expect an apology.
Sure, knock yourself out.
Oh my goodness.
Let me guess, you found it?
I don't understand. It's right here. News articles, interviews, photos of their farm, their estate.
Uh-huh, told you.
They really did develop a new kind of apple. Frost-resistant. It's being exported.
Yup, that one development was more than enough to turn their farm from a small-time operation to a major global player. I mean, don't you know anything about farming? Late frosts can be absolutely devastating to crops. One unseasonably cold night can cost a single farm millions of dollars.
I'm a businesswoman, not a farmer. How was I supposed to know about any of that? And her parents are really that wealthy?
Yes, Mom, they are. They weren't always, but they worked hard and it paid off. That's how it works sometimes.
I just assumed. She always looked so plain. I thought she was just another small-town nobody.
She doesn't flaunt it. Not everyone needs to scream money to be worth something.
Why didn't she ever say anything?
Maybe because every time she mentioned her background, you rolled your eyes and called her a hick.
That's not fair.
Isn't it, though? I've heard the way you talk to her, the way you look at her. You never even gave her a chance.
But she's not like us.
That's the point. She's better. She's kind, smart, hardworking, everything I could ask for.
But she's a farmer.
She's a businesswoman who happens to run a farm, and she's done more with her background than most people with an Ivy League degree.
You don't understand, Mike. I had plans for you. Important plans. You were supposed to come and work for your father's company. You were the heir to the family business. We paid for you to go to college. And what did you do to repay us? By going to work for a company in a completely different industry.
Yeah, well, I have my own plans, and Dana's a part of them whether you like it or not.
Michael.
I have to get back to work. Please don't call me again just to bash my wife.
Michael, wait!
What?
Mike, be honest with me. Is she really rich?
Yeah, not just comfortable, like actually rich, way more than we are.
More than us.
Their Apple patent brought in international investors. They've expanded. I've seen the reports myself.
You're saying the farmer girl is wealthier than your father's entire supermarket chain?
Yup, hard to believe, huh?
I need a moment to process this.
Take your time. I've had years.
Well then, in that case, Michael, you listen to me very carefully.
Oh boy, here we go.
You are to treat that girl like a queen, you hear me? Not a single harsh word, not a single argument.
Wait, what?
You must cherish her, worship the ground she walks on, do nothing to upset her.
This is a sudden change of heart.
It's simple math, dear. If she's that successful, we must ensure she remains happy.
You don't need to tell me to be good to my own wife, for God's sake!
Dana, darling, I just learned all about your incredible family, their success, their innovations, just amazing.
Oh, so now I'm darling? That's new.
I must say, I had no idea the Apple business could be so lucrative.
Funny, you seemed very sure it wasn't, like an hour ago.
Well, people can learn new things, can't they? Anyway, I'd love to speak with your father sometime.
As long as it's not about me divorcing Mike, sure.
Oh, goodness, of course not. That's water under the bridge. Mike's not even important to this conversation.
What? You're seriously saying that out loud?
What matters now is opportunity. Your father could be a valuable business partner for my husband's company.
Wait, this is about money? You just insulted my family for being peasants. Now you want an investment?
I only meant those things in the heat of the moment. Surely you understand how tempers can flare.
No, Harriet, I understand bigotry, and you were full of it.
Our supermarket chain is looking to expand, but the banks have been difficult. Your father's help could be the breakthrough we need.
Maybe the banks are saying no for a reason. Ever think of that?
It would be profitable for everyone. His investment would generate long-term growth for both families.
If it were a good investment, the bank would be all over it.
You don't trust my husband's business instincts?
Considering how you talked about farmers earlier, I'd say neither of you have great instincts.
He's just under pressure. The supermarket chain should be nationwide by now, but he's made a few missteps.
So you're admitting your empire is crumbling and now you want the peasants to save you? That's rich.
I'm offering you a chance to strengthen both sides of this family. Doesn't that matter to you?
After how you treated me, how you humiliated me in front of everyone, you made sure I didn't have a meal at the reunion, Harriet.
I was emotional. You have to understand, I didn't know your family was successful.
Oh, so if we were still dirt poor farmers, it would have been fine to exclude me?
I just meant
I know exactly what you meant. People like you always show their true colors when you think someone has nothing to offer.
That's not fair. I was caught off guard. I made a mistake.
You didn't make a mistake. You made a choice, repeatedly, to belittle, exclude, and disrespect me.
I'm just trying to fix things now. I'm being civil.
You're being desperate, and for the record, my parents have no interest in investing in some half-baked supermarket rescue plan.
You haven't even asked them yet. You're just shutting the door.
Because I know them, and I wouldn't dare put them in contact with someone who treated their daughter the way you did.
You're overreacting. It's just business.
No, it's not just business. It's about character, and you've made it painfully clear you don't have any.
I'm trying to move forward. Why can't you just be reasonable?
Because moving forward shouldn't mean pretending nothing happened. Actions have consequences.
I don't need your parents' filthy money anyway.
There it is, the real Harriet, right on schedule.
You know what? I've had enough of your attitude.
Good, because I've had enough of you. Don't text me again. Don't call. Don't come near me or my family.
I can't believe how ungrateful you are after everything.
Ungrateful? You sabotaged me at your own family reunion. You called my family uneducated hicks, and now you want us to help you?
I was trying to open the door to opportunity.
Slammed, bolted, padlocked, forever.
I see. Well then, I'll just go enjoy the very expensive food I had catered for dinner.
Enjoy eating alone. Should pair nicely with that bitter aftertaste of failure.
Dana.
What do you want, Harriet?
I was wondering, do you remember our conversation from last year?
I've made a very deliberate effort to forget everything about you, so you'll have to be more specific.
The one about investment, my husband's company. We were talking about funding.
Oh, that conversation. Where you insulted my entire family and then turned around and asked for money. Yeah, I remember now.
Things have gotten more serious since then. If we don't get funding soon, the business will go bankrupt.
Oh no. Wait, does this have anything to do with the fact that none of your fresh produce suppliers will work with you anymore?
Wait, how do you know about that?
Because I told them. Every single local farmer I know.
You... what? But why?
Because I love and respect my parents, and when you insulted them, you insulted every farmer in this entire state.
But I didn't mean to.
You meant exactly what you said. You called us filthy peasants, said farmers were worthless, that we don't belong at your table. Remember that?
I was angry. I wasn't thinking straight.
No, Harriet, you were thinking exactly what you believe. You just didn't expect it to come back and bite you.
But you ruined everything. Why would you do that?
Actions have consequences. You think you can just burn bridges and then walk back over the ashes like nothing happened?
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please, please forgive me. We're desperate, Dana. I don't know where else to turn.
Wow, that must be so hard for you, having to ask a dirty farmer for help.
I didn't mean it like that. Please believe me.
I don't, and even if I did, I'm still not interested.
You can't do this. We're going under. Everything's falling apart.
Maybe you should have thought of that before you decided to declare war on the people who grow your groceries.
Dana, please. I've apologized. I'm begging you.
After the way you treated me, the way you treated my parents, the way you tried to get me and Mike divorced, you think you can just erase that?
I know I was wrong. I just didn't realize. I didn't understand.
You didn't want to understand. That's the problem. You looked down on me the second you found out my family ran a farm.
But I've learned. I'm trying to fix it.
And that's your problem to fix, not mine, not my parents. We're doing just fine.
I'll do anything. Please, just reconsider. Talk to Mike at least. He might still be willing to help me if you won't.
Nope, don't bother. Mike's just as mad at you as I am. Maybe more.
He is? But he's my son!
And I'm his wife. You don't get to pit us against each other anymore.
I don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything. Just do what you and your husband do best. Team up, run your business, make the most of what you have left.
Please, Dana, there has to be something you can do for us.
This conversation is over. Goodbye, Harriet. Not that I need to tell you this, but their supermarket business shut down not too long after that. I have to hand it to them, though. Harriet and her husband really did do their best to keep it afloat. Unfortunately for them, part of that was taking out massive amounts of debt in their own names. No amount of debt was enough to save them, though. What good is a supermarket that doesn't sell any fresh produce? It's just a glorified convenience store without the convenience. Both Harriet and her husband tried to find jobs in order to pay back their massive pile of debt. But there was a huge problem. They're really, really old. Not many places are willing to hire people their age, especially after they've already run a business into the ground in such a spectacular fashion. So, after a while, they gave up any hope of ever being able to pay back their loan and declared bankruptcy. Mike and I, however, are doing just fine. We recently moved out of our old apartment and into a house of our own. It has a pretty big yard, so I have plenty of space to put in my own garden. Just not one as big as my mom and dad's, of course.